Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Road to Diamond on Colonist.io 1v1. On today's board, we get the first pick, and we are playing SEQ, who this season is a Platinum 1, and last season was Diamond. So one of our first big Diamond matchups that we've seen in a while. Immediately, I think we're just going to take the 5-8-10, point down. There's a brick port, there's an ore port. It's the best OWS on the board. The brick is going to be challenge. And our opponent loves to talk some trash, saying I should be able to make quick work of me. So we're just going to be a little sassy right back. And we'll see what happens. They take the 8-3-4, going for a ton of OWS. And are they going to take this 4-5-11 or the 6-5-11? Because whichever one they take, I think I'm going to take the opposite and go maybe 4-9-11 going up and trying to get up to the 5-9-10. There's also an argument for the 4-9-11 pointing up and to the right to try and get to the 8. But I do want to try and solve our wood issue a little bit. The issue is we don't have a good 4-1 port. Or sorry, a good 3-1 port. Let's do this. Let's point to the right. And let's play a game. All right, we get ore right off the bat, so is our opponent. They're going to give us a lot of advice. And they're not wrong. The 6-3-11 probably is a good spot. It stops them and actually kind of splits their path. Which, if I had to guess, I think that's why they're bringing it up. But our opponent immediately goes to the dev deck. One more brick, and then we have road settle. We're at 9 cards. I think let's go ahead and place our road. And it might just be that I'm hoping to outproduce our opponent at this point. It's not the easiest board. So there's a 5. We could port down. I'm going to hold. Are they going to mono our sheep? I forgot that they had their spot. Now let's see here. What do we want to do? I don't think we can just leave this here. I think we might need to port down. And maybe we just grab a brick. And let's hold. I'm trying to keep us under. They could obviously mono the ore, which would be pretty unfortunate. And with getting that, I think I'm going to go ahead and actually city the 5-8-10. They 7 out. Let's hope they don't take the brick. And I definitely may not have played this correct, but I also don't hate how we played this. There's a road and a settle. Now when the 11 rolls, they're going to get 2 brick. So our opponent is going to move a bit faster than us. And that 5 block is putting in work. Well, I think our opponent might have been right. It looks like we might be in some trouble. I'm going to block the 4 wheat and pass. Do they have a knight? They might, but they didn't play it. All right, let's port down. Let's try and solve this wheat issue, and we'll pass. Now, 4 for us would be fantastic. They did just get a 5. And here, I think we just continue to block stuff like the wheat. We'll pass. And if I can get a sheep, I think that would be ideal. There it is. Now we do have road settle. It might be worth it to wrap around to this 3-for-1 and then to come back down for maybe the 6-3-9. We also have road settle to take the 9-10 2. We could go over here to the 4-5-10. We could double our wheat. I'm going to do that. I'm going to double the wheat. 8 rolls. Let's dev once. We get a knight. So some knight protection's always good. Another 8 would be fantastic here. There we go. Three comes out. Let's city up to 3-4-10 or 3-4-8. And it's a tough wheat board, so I'm going to go ahead and block this. We get another 8. So I'm just going to plop a third city down. And if we could get, I think we might be able to get ahead here. I'm gonna pot for an ore. We get a knight. The one downside of this position is truly that we share the ore with our opponent, which I don't love. But there's not a ton I can do there. There's a good 3 block. Let's keep Devon down. And now we have army. Can we get an 8? Beautiful. And this is a huge turn. I think let's dev once. We get a knight. Dev again. We get a road builder. And we'll pass. 7 comes out. They block our 8, of course. And we could road builder plow to this 5-4-10, but they do take it in time. So let's block their 3 again. Dev again. Another victory point. All right, so we have choices here. And I think what we could do is they don't have, I guess this is their good road connect coming down, is we could play our road builder and double our 8 and then point up and go this way. So let's go here and let's go here. We'll port down, grab a brick, plop our settle, and we'll pass. And in this case, they don't have a good port. I think I'll block their 6. Let's just port down. Let's grab another dev. Yop is good. And if we can get any rolls, we almost have road settle here onto the 9-10. There's a knight. The 11 finally rolls. We haven't seen a ton of 11s this game. So they do take longest road, and they dev. We're going to take largest army. Double 7. Let's put it back on the 6. And I think here, I'm going to use my Yop. Oh, I can't. Whoops. It's calling me very slow. They can call me as slow as they want. I'm actually going to leave the knight there for 1 turn. Let's grab the wood. Let's go 2 of these. And I'm going to go road, settle. We'll put very easy for our opponent since they said that in the beginning. We gain 14 points. We get a pretty clutch win here. We look at the dev stats. 5 overrolled a bit. 6 and 8 were kind of low, unfortunately. But we look at the stats. There's the resource cards, the dev cards. All 5 victory points were pulled. So they were sitting on 3 victory points. And I think a Yop, because I don't know if I saw the other Yop. We were able to accurately block their income. They did block our 5 early, which hurt us a little bit. And then finally, with resource stats, we did outproduce our opponent pretty bad. So thank you, everyone, for watching. If you have comments on how I played or how I can improve, leave it down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And then finally, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And that just helps you to make sure you don't miss any of my future content. And on that note, I will see you guys on the next episode.